Hi, everyone. Welcome again to Money Your Way, our monthly membership program here, our monthly membership group. So just so you know, there's going to be a folder that has files and resources in it. Anything I mention as like a template or a visual organizer will be in this folder. I'm going to have a Word doc in our group where you can just click that and it'll go to the folder, or you can actually download the things from there and tweak it and change it and put it somewhere else for yourself. So be on the lookout for that. It should be right on your interface with the closed Facebook group, and on the left if you're on the desktop or laptop, and on the top as an option if you're on your phone. Most phones. Let me know if you need any help with that. The theme of September is, what do you know? What do you know about money? We're going to be acknowledging our gifts and capacities with money. And all of these tools that I'll be mentioning, from the different visual organizers to the energetic tools and clearings I'll be doing, to the questions, to just the different space I'd be with you while I'm talking about these different possibilities with money and finances and wealth and cash, all come from the Choosing It All Your Way class and the Choosing It All Your Way premium sessions that I offer. And so just know that if you like any of this, this is where it was coming from. It's inspired by that. And in those sessions, we go and someone picks, the client picks where they'd like to go, what targets and areas of their life they'd like to look into, and then we use all these different tools to address that. And it usually takes about 3 to 6 months for them to have what's actually true for them more. Because you don't actually have to have a problem with money to participate in this monthly group with us, and certainly not with the premium sessions either. So just know that it's about actually increasing our money flows. So this visual reference that I'm going to show you today, this visual organizer that I use to check in, is so that you can use this maybe on a weekly or monthly frequency and a weekly or monthly basis to check in and see, okay, so how many revenue streams do I have right now? Where is all this coming from? Are these working for me? Is it time to move some of these in? Are it time to move some of these other ones out? Things like that. So I'm going to walk you through how to use this for yourself today. And please fill this out in the next week, and then we'll talk about it in the following weeks and what else we can do with it, okay? So this is just that first step to see what our current situation is with our revenue streams, all right? So let's get to it. You're going to get access, you'll have access to these videos. I'm not closing the group or anything like that, so you can keep checking back and re-listening to the videos at any time. Go ahead and put whatever questions you have about this video below so that your playmates in a group can see it. You're probably asking the question not just for you, but for other people. And it might not be as brave as you are right now, but what if you can inspire them with your choices and your actions to step out there and risk it and ask a question and be vulnerable. I'm going to be really vulnerable with you all. I'm going to just share all of the ins and outs of my finances and what I've chosen and where I've, slipped up and been like, whoops, that's not really working, and where I'm still choosing to add more things and change things up and be in the question and look at different things that are possible with money. So thanks for receiving this. Thanks for choosing this. And let's go ahead and get started with our first tool today, huh? So this first one is a visual reference. It's an Excel sheet I like to use. And you should be able to see this in the video here. So the Excel sheet that I like to use to track my revenue streams, my inflows, and things like that. So let's look at this first column right here. You see this on the top left. It says revenue streams are here on B, and then to the left of that it says frequency. And I like to put the letter C for current, I for intermittent, and P for potential. And I'll explain those in a moment. So revenue streams. This first week, we're going to look at what are all of our current revenue streams. And what do I mean by that? Is everywhere that money is showing up in your life. taking a moment and acknowledging that. Okay? And some of the things that I'm going to put in here as possibilities, you might think are a little weird or different or crazy. That's okay. You don't have to put it in there for yourself if it isn't relevant for you, if it doesn't work for you. But I'm really willing to be different with money and with creation and business and things like that. And so I really like acknowledging all of the different ways that money is flowing into my life. It really is a great way to undo judgment around money. And for many of us, we are really judging our money flows. So some possible considerations. So where is your money coming from right now? Let's start with all of the places that you're getting money from work, from actually doing a task, creating a product, selling a product, providing some type of output in some way, all right? So you're going to put that in. So for me, I might put in, okay, for speech language, because I'm a speech language pathologist, let me actually spell language correctly, right? I'm going to put this in here, but it's not just speech and language. I'm going to look at all the different mini money inflows within that. So it'll be speech language, but then it'll be, okay, I have a telepractice where I see people online. So I will look at that. I will look at, I'm going to look at, okay, where I'm seeing people live for speech and language. How about consultations? Okay, you guys getting this? So for some of you who are in service-related jobs, let's say you're a hairstylist. Well, then you're going to actually look at not just hairstylist income, but when you're doing a blowout, when you're cutting someone's hair and doing barbering, when you're dyeing, doing hair dyes, you're going to break that all down, okay, for yourself. If someone's doing web design, if one of you are like web designer, then you might look at, okay, when you're actually creating the website, when you're doing consultations on someone's website, when you're creating new content for them, the copy, when you're, gosh, what's something else? When you're doing the SEO for a website for someone, right? So that's something else. And so I do website design. So I can put all of that, but I wouldn't just put website stuff like I just said, right? I'm going to do website creation, website SEO consults, or work like that. Okay, website, the copy, the text, and in content, right, of websites. For speech and language, I just remembered some other ones. Okay, so I don't have my actual sheet out right now because I want you to see the process of actually filling it out. I have one that's completed that I can show you all as well, but I want to make sure you can see it blank because this is how it's going to look like for you, right? If you can do, if any of you do any trainings and workshops for hairstyling, for website design, things like that, you're going to put that in there, all right? Workshops or classes. So do you guys get the idea? Okay. And then also if you have any like private sessions or coaching, you can do that. You're going to break those down. What are the different ways that you're doing that? So it's coaching. Break down all of those different ways. If it's one-on-one, group coaching, really be detailed as to what all that is so that you're really clear about all the different things that are coming in, all the money that it's coming into your pocket. Now, so this is the stuff that is from work, like you actually doing something for someone else to get money in some way, all right? There's a lot of different other things that you're all creators of magnitude, you know, fill it out in whatever way works for you. If you're doing someone who does, you know, like a sound technician, then you're going to break down all those different tasks. Because a lot of us, like, we do it so automatically, so naturally, we're doing so many different things, we don't actually take the time to be like, wow, there's a lot of different tasks here that I'm doing within this overarching big umbrella category. Let me really acknowledge how much I really am creating, how much I really am choosing, and what is actually bringing me money and what maybe isn't, okay? And then we're gonna go, so we have some of these things. These are all like the work stuff. Also include money that you're getting from gifts. Let's say people are giving you free meals. Oh, let's say it's my brother. Okay, brother gifting meals. Maybe it'll take you out once a week or something like that, so you have some, you know, brother sister time, brother time, you know, something like that. Maybe it's a parent or a partner that's giving you money, and there's just gifting. Or maybe it's a loan. So if you're getting like a loan from a bank or a loan from a family member, and it's like a monthly stipend, so things like that. So things that are like, you're not necessarily doing a particular work for it, or maybe you're doing something but it's not in the same way as some of these other things. Really be explicit and write those out for yourself as well, okay? Some other ones are like pensions. So some of you might be receiving pensions from retirement and things like that. Put that in here. And then also some other considerations might be residual income. So that's where you're getting money just by breathing, like where you can travel, you're taking it with you. And some of those are like MLMs, multi-level marketing. Some of those are with investments. So just look at that. Okay. And write all of those out, all of those different things. And then also write out here. So we have, these are all of the different money, and I love color coding. And you know, for me, I actually like doing it by the type of work. So my speech and language, I'll put, let's say, in one color here, and then I'll do my website stuff in another color. And then I'll do my coaching and energy work in classes in another color. So even, let's say some of you are traveling for work. You might want to do it so that it's even by like location. So this is just some ideas now. We're going to talk about more in depth about all of this in a little bit. So let's say if you're I'm going to do energy work classes, and then I have energy work sessions. I'm going to do that twice, and I'll tell you why in a moment. So for some of you, if you travel a lot, you might want to break it down from domestic and international. So if you're having classes and it doesn't have to be energy work, right? It's tailor this to your businesses, or it could be in state and out of state, but it's still domestic, right? All of those different ways that it's showing up. Look at this and fill this out for yourself. And since this is a different category for me, I'm going to put, let's say blue for that one, okay? So I like to see it really quickly, and color coding for me helps me do that. Now, the other part we're going to look at in this week is, okay, so what are the current sources? Like, where is this coming from? Where are you getting the money for the telepractice? So for instance, for me, I get it through referrals. I'm part of the American Speech and Language Association, and they have a directory. Okay, I get past clients. It's current clients. So you see, all of a sudden, you might want to move this tab over for yourself. I'm going to put in the specific companies that I work with here, okay? That might send me some staffing companies. So I can be really specific with that as well. Oops. So if there are people that you're working with, they find you those clients, that intel, and the same thing goes for live. So I work with school districts for a live. All right. For website design, it's word of mouth for me from past clients. Some current clients with some of my other things that I do will then tell me that they want a website and I'll make it for them. Things like that, okay? So fill these out. If you have any questions about these, start filling it out, and then we'll go into it deeper, okay? It's like if you have any specifics. And then we're gonna fill this part out here. We're just gonna do a couple of these this first week, and then you can, if you wanna go ahead and start later and do the other ones, go ahead. I'm not gonna talk about this all in one video. I'm gonna break it down for y'all. So in this column, I'm just gonna turn this, let's make it like a light green right now. So the current sources, revenue streams here, we're looking at this. And then the last thing I'd like y'all to do this week is to look at if it's a current, intermittent, or potential, the frequency of this. So is this something that's going on currently for you? Is this something that is kind of like consultations for me is intermittent? Like, sometimes it's there, sometimes it's not. So with the intermittent, then I might put like, I don't know, like an orange or a yellow for that if I want to do color coding. You don't have to do color coding at all. This is just what I like. So please do what's fun for you. And then potential is, let's say you have an idea for something later on, like, or you're considering, like somebody, maybe you have an uncle or a cousin that's like, hey, do you want to get into this business with me? Like I have a friend who was just telling me that her cousin is about to start a truck delivery company and has asked her to join. So I can put truck delivery company. And then haven't chosen it yet. This is a potential one. So that's how that would look like. So the ones that we're considering can also go in here. This is a list of all different revenue streams, both current, intermittent, the ones that are come and go, that kind of fluctuate, and the ones that are potential for the future, okay? I'm gonna make that one pink. It's not red, it's not a full stop, it's possible. Possibilities. So that's what I'd like y'all to do this week. Let me know if you have any questions. I'm gonna make this available to you. Don't worry about it. If you can't find it, message me and we'll go from there, okay? But have fun with this. How much fun could you have acknowledging where you're already getting money, where you're already having money show up? Now, one of the things that I said to you that might be a little weird and different is I also like to say and put in here the earth. The earth is giving me money, and that is current. That is current for me all the time. So grateful for the earth. And we're going to talk more about that. You can put in the universe, current. That is a current source of money. And remember, what's true for you makes you feel light. It makes you smile. Even if you're kind of like have a confused look on your face, if your body kind of like lifted with that, it might be true for you. And so we're going to talk more about that as well, and how that can look like, and how you would fill it out for these other things, huh? Okay? So, or you can put earth and universe over here under current sources, where it's coming from. So that's another possibility. These are not like rigid, okay? So we will talk soon. Hopefully this helped. And I'm going to pop another video in here for you next week, okay? Bye.